Hey, Diamond Valley Elementary. My name is Casey Vokes, and your principal asked me to participate in your STEM Careers Night. So that's what I'm doing the best way that I can. I live about 4 hours from all of you guys, and I'm just going to quickly kind of tell you a little bit more about the InfiniD program and how we got things started. So it all began for me when I was 10 years old, and I felt that there was a lot of things in school that were fun, and there were some things that I did not think were very fun. And I started really paying attention to the programs and the things at school that I thought were awesome. I loved when we got to play games in school. I loved when we got to do simulations or reenactments or different things like that. And so, as I kind of lodged that in my mind, I had gone on a field trip to a place where we had the coolest simulation I'd ever experienced. It was to the Chris McAuliffe Space Education Center. It was up in Alpine School District in Pleasant Grove, Utah. And I went on this experience where I was on the bridge of a spaceship and I was on the command crew. And long story short, I made decisions that resulted in our ship getting destroyed and us going into a war with an alien country that I'd never even heard of. And I was just 10 years old. And I went home and I thought to myself, I can never communicate so poorly that I get us in a war with somebody. So fast forward to the time that I was in my early 20s, and I received a phone call from the founder of that program, the Christopher McAuliffe Space Center. And he called me and he said to me, he said, "Hey, Casey, there's an issue. Our program's probably going to get closed. Is there anything that you can think of doing?" And when I received this phone call from him, true story, I was at my annual trip to the gym, and I just was like, oh my goodness. And I turned to the guy next to me, some random person, and I said, "Have you ever been to the Space Center before? Did you ever go to the Chris McCall Space Center?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I was security. It was the coolest thing. I went in fifth grade." And he recounted all these details about that experience. So put that, me knowing that this was something that was meaningful to some random stranger at the gym, and it was something that was meaningful to me to the point that I had always been very familiar with the space and I even had worked there. And I thought to myself, there's an opportunity here to continue to spread this idea. I'd always planned on developing a program or figuring out a way to scale this program and take it to schools in some way in the future. So, about 6 years ago, we started really experimenting with how to do that. So, we converted the space in an old chapel. We converted the space in a wedding center, in a school, a ball closet of a school, a computer lab, and we started to change it and try to turn it into like a spaceship or some kind of fun, cool learning environment. Over time, we learned that that was going to be a really expensive way to approach it. So we started munching again and again and again. What would make this experience awesome for kids and for teachers and really leave the impactful learning experience that had made programs like it really powerful for us as kids? And so what we did is we surveyed about 10,000 kids, and we learned that our program worked if we had really cool lights, really cool sound effects, and visual effects to go along with the experience. And if we brought these three things together, it kind of created this magical ingredient um, uh, in order to create these experiences that you students feel like you're going to other places. Adults feel that way too. Adults with imagination can go along on any adventure just like any kid can. And so what we've done is we've gradually created more and more experiences for kids. When we started this 6 years ago, we only had 2 or 3 missions. Now we've got more than 100 different experiences that kids can have in their kindergarten through 12th grade experience. And in the next 5 years, we'll probably have over 1,000 experiences. And teachers will be able to take that and plug it into your experiences in the classroom. This happens because we stuck with something. 6 years ago, we never would have known how much work was going to be required, that we would have to survey 10,000 students to figure out the magic ingredients. But we knew that if we stuck with it, we'd be able to bring something that's really cool to kids and cool for teachers to help students have an amazing experience. So as you guys enjoy and experience your InfiniD Lab, I hope that you think of ways that you can also spread your good ideas in the future. Whether you work in education or in business or whatever field that you choose to go into, think about how you can make a difference and contribute. Because when I was a little geeky 10-year-old, nobody could have predicted that we'd be able to build a program that's going in schools everywhere that is changing kids' lives and helping them connect even more with the curriculum that they're supposed to be learning at school. So enjoy your InfiniD mission tonight, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the halls of your school in the near future. See ya.